Hello. This technical assistance recording from the ConnectALL office will provide guidance to prospective applicants to the ConnectALL deployment program on how to navigate and work with the Request for Applications, or RFA, and its associated materials. In today's session, we will review how to access information about the program on the ConnectALL website, the RFA and its appendices, the application templates, the RFA reference materials, data on project areas, and a walkthrough of the Consolidated Funding Application, or CFA, portal. First, we will take a look at the ConnectALL Deployment Program homepage. The ConnectALL website can be accessed at broadband.ny.gov. Currently, you'll see that the ConnectALL Deployment Program RFA is highlighted on the homepage, but you can also access information about the program at any time by navigating to the Funding Opportunities tab in the top navigation and clicking ConnectALL Deployment Program. Once you're on the ConnectALL Deployment Program homepage, you will see information about the various aspects of the deployment program, including the request for applications, the pre-qualification application, how to share updated information on location eligibility with ConnectALL, information on the broadband deployment initial proposal, information on the public comment process that was done on project areas, information about the County Partnerships Program, and information about the concluded broadband challenge process. For today's session, we're going to be focusing on the Request for Applications section of the program. So you can just click this link to be taken directly to the detailed page on the RFA. Once you're on this page, you'll see information about the RFA, including a brief overview, key program dates, details on program eligibility, application information, instructions on how to share updated information on location eligibility, and instructions on how to contact ConnectALL should you have questions about the RFA. We are going to focus for the rest of our walkthrough on the application information section. So let's review how to access the RFA itself as well as the appendices. Within the application information section of the web page, the first key link is going to be this second link on the page that takes you to the RFA. If we click this, we'll be taken to the document itself, which is the authoritative source for information about this funding opportunity. The RFA includes several sections. You will see at the end of the document there are 4 appendices, appendices A, B, C, and D. These contain additional program requirements that applicants should make sure they review and understand before they submit an application. Additionally, within the RFA, we have some helpful reference guides. On page 6, you'll see a section titled RFA Materials. This includes a list of all of the appendices, templates, and other reference materials that have been provided for this RFA. The materials listed here match the ones that are listed in the application information section of the website. Also, on page 22 of the RFA document, you will find this chart that provides a detailed breakdown of which application materials must be submitted based on the project proposals that are included in your project area application. As was discussed in the information session, there are several different permutations of project proposal that can be submitted for one project area. And depending on the project proposals included in your project area application, certain materials may be required more than once. For example, looking at this chart, the organizational chart that has to be uploaded as part of your application only needs to be provided once per project area application, whereas the project-specific workforce details template needs to be provided once per broadband technology type. So if your project area application includes both a priority broadband project and a reliable broadband project, you would need to submit 2 versions of this template, one for each technology type. In addition to the RFA materials list that appears within the RFA document, ConnectALL has also provided an application instructions and checklist document, which applicants can consult to ensure they've completed all required elements of the application. This document is the 3rd link in the application information section of the webpage and shows you which information submission elements are optional. Here's an example, and which items have a ConnectALL template associated with them. Here's an example. Please note that applicants must use ConnectALL templates where they're provided. If applicants submit materials on non-standard templates, they will be asked to revise and resubmit them before they will be reviewed. Next, let's review the application templates. The ConnectALL templates provided as part of the request for applications are all linked in the application information section of the website and can be downloaded directly from here. These templates include the cost proposal template and deployment schedule template, both of which must be submitted in Excel format. The grantee certifications template, which must be signed and submitted as a PDF. The low-cost service option waiver request template, which must be submitted in Excel. The MWBE utilization plan, which must be submitted as a PDF. The professional engineer's certification, which must be submitted as a PDF, including both the signed certification template as well as a copy of the professional engineer's license. And finally, the pro forma, project details, project-specific workforce, and service details templates, all of which must be submitted as Excel files. You'll notice I skipped 2 items on this list, the CAI list template and the location list template. We're going to circle back on those as they're accessed in a different way. Next, let's take a look at the RFA reference materials. Further down in the application information section of the website, you will see ConnectALL's additional reference materials linked here. These include sample network designs for fiber to the home and fixed wireless projects, which are not templates, but are meant to serve as an example of a complete network design package that includes all of the elements required by ConnectALL. Additionally, ConnectALL has provided a sample letter of commitment for financial security. Similarly, this is not a required template, but may serve as a helpful model. You'll also see here the links to the recording and slides from the information session that was done on December 17th. The other reference materials linked here that I skipped, I will circle back on in the next section. Next, I'd like to talk about how to access and work with the project area data associated with this RFA. First, we will review the project area list. This can be downloaded directly from the link in the application information section of the website. This document lists all project area ID numbers, and for each project area, the county or tribal nation it's located in, the region it's located in, total number of eligible locations, and total number of eligible CAIs, and secondary and tertiary coverage percentages and associated location counts. Please note, not all project areas have a tertiary coverage percentage assigned to them. If the applicant already knows which region or county it's interested in working in, this document might be a helpful starting point to find the associated project areas. The farthest right column here, column J, lists the date when the project area was last updated. As ConnectALL continues to receive information about enforceable commitments and other details on location eligibility, project areas may be revised. So please make sure to check the last updated column in this document before you finalize your application to make sure you're working with the latest version of the project area. ConnectALL will also notify applicants via email when project areas get revised. Next, we'll look at the project area list change log. This accompanies the project area list. As project areas get revised, ConnectALL will also update the project area change log. This is another document you can check to make sure you're working with the latest information. This document lists the project area ID numbers that have been updated, the county or tribal nation they're in, the region they're in, the date that the change was made, and a description of what was changed. Next, we will review the eligible location list. This can also be downloaded directly from the website. This is the master list of all eligible locations included in this RFA. The FCC location IDs are listed along with their corresponding project area ID numbers, county or tribal nation, region, and then several different fields that list environmental hazard risk ratings specific to each location. These should be reviewed and taken into account when putting together the network design. If the applicant already knows specific FCC location IDs that it wants to propose to serve, it can use this document to identify the project areas that those locations fall within. Next, we will review the eligible CAI list. This is the master list of all CAIs identified by ConnectALL in the state. The individual community anchor institution names and FCC location IDs, where applicable, are listed, along with the corresponding project area ID numbers, county or tribal nation, region, CAI type, various entity identification numbers, address, latitude and longitude, and environmental hazard risk ratings specific to each location. These should be reviewed and taken into account when putting together the network design. If the applicant already knows the names, addresses, or FCC location IDs of specific CAIs that it wants to propose to serve, it can use this document to identify the project areas that those CAIs fall within. As another way of reviewing project areas, ConnectALL has also provided an interactive map view, which is accessible through the website. This map will be familiar to anyone who participated in the project area public comment processes earlier this year. Here you will see all of the project areas in the state, which are color-coded by county or tribal nation. If you click into an individual project area, you will see a pop-up with the project ID number, the project area ID number, the county or tribal nation, the region, total number of BEAD eligible locations, total number of eligible CAIs, and the secondary and tertiary coverage percentages. If the applicant already knows which region or county it's interested in working in or wants to figure out which project areas are closest to each other, for example, if it wants to submit applications for multiple project areas next to each other, this map may be a helpful tool for figuring that out. Last but not least of the project area data, we'll circle back up here to the CAI list template and location list template. These are the templates that applicants are going to have to fill out and submit to ConnectALL to demonstrate the specific locations that their project proposes to serve. These templates are project area specific, and as a result, there are multiple hundreds of files, at least one for each of the 308 project areas that are included in the RFA. Therefore, although these documents are linked to from the ConnectALL website, they are actually hosted externally on Dropbox, so I'll walk you through how to access the files you're looking for. So starting with the location list template. As an example, let's say we want to submit a project area proposal for the project area that has ID number 36111-1. That's the one we clicked into here on the map, located in Ulster County. The location list templates and CAI list templates are organized by county and tribal nation. So I will first need to figure out which county or tribal nation the project area is in. From the map, I know that it's in Ulster County, but I could also consult my project area list find my project area here and confirm that it's located in Ulster County. So if I'm looking for the project area location list first, I can see a folder here for all the location lists. I'll click into this. And then I will see folders for every county or tribal nation that has project areas in it. So I'm going to scroll all the way down to Ulster. Then within this folder, I'll find the file that matches my project area ID number, so 36111-1. Please note, if there's a project area that overlaps with two counties, you will be able to find the location list in either county's folder. Now that I've found my project area's location list template, I'm going to go ahead and download it. Once I open this file, I will see that columns A through C are pre-populated with details from ConnectALL. So this information includes the project area ID number, all of the FCC location IDs that are included within this project area, and the county or tribal nation, in this case, Ulster County. In column E, you can indicate whether you already serve any of these locations or will serve them by December 31st, 2024. This is you asserting that the location should not be eligible for new program funding. So if you flag any locations here, ConnectALL may follow up with you for additional details. Columns G and beyond include fields for the different types of project proposals you can submit as part of your application. Priority broadband projects first, with 100% secondary and tertiary coverage proposals, followed by reliable broadband projects, 100% secondary and tertiary coverage proposals. If you are submitting a 100% coverage proposal in either technology category, you will need to go down the list and confirm that all of the locations in the project area are included in your project. That is what makes it a 100% coverage proposal. Please note, if you mark a location as already served, you should also mark it as included in your project within any of the proposal columns further to the right. If you're submitting a secondary or tertiary coverage proposal, you will be able to mark certain locations in the project area as excluded from your proposal. But you will need to make sure that the number of locations indicated as included matches exactly the number of locations that ConnectALL has defined for the secondary and tertiary coverage percentages. For easy reference, these numbers are available on the Checks tab. So you'll see here there are a total of 351 locations in the project area. The secondary coverage percentage calls for exactly 808 of those locations to be covered, and the tertiary coverage percentage calls for exactly 804 of those locations to be covered. That's included right here on the Checks tab within your location list template, but you can also find that information on the project area list. If you look at your project area within the master list, you'll see here total number of eligible locations, secondary coverage percentage of 95%, which translates to 808 locations, and the tertiary coverage percentage of 94.46%, which translates to 804 locations. As information gets filled into this table, so as you mark locations as included or not included, and as you populate certain columns, the Checks tab will update to automatically check that the sheet has been filled out correctly. So once you are done marking all the locations that are included in your proposal, you want to review this column here to make sure that the sheet has been filled out correctly. Confirm that everything here looks good before you finalize the template to submit. And once you're done, you will save this file, and this is what you will upload as your response to question 16648 in the application, which asks for you to upload your location list template. If you plan to propose to serve any CAIs in your project area, you can find your CAI list template the same way you found the location list template. So from the website, you can click this link to the CAI list template. It'll take you back to that master Dropbox folder. Once here, you can click into project area CAI lists. Navigate to the county or tribal nation that your project area is in. In this case, again, we will use the example of Ulster County. And you will see CAI list template files that are specific to each project area. So again, I'm going to find the one for my project area, the 36111-1. I'm going to go ahead and download that. Once you open this file, you will see columns A through M have been pre-populated by ConnectALL with data from our master CAI list. This information includes the project area ID number, county or tribal nation, the CAI type, CAI name, any relevant identification numbers, FCDC location IDs if applicable, addresses, and latitude and longitude. As with the location list template, this template provides an opportunity for you to indicate if you already serve any of the locations on the list. However, for CAIs, the threshold is whether you already serve the CAI with at least 1 gigabit symmetrical service. So you can note any locations you already serve with gigabit symmetrical service in column O here. And that's locations you already serve or will serve by December 31st, 2024. This is, again, you asserting that this location should not be connected through the deployment program. If you flag any locations here, ConnectALL may follow up with you for additional evidence. Columns Q through V include fields for the different types of project proposals you can submit as part of your application. So first, priority broadband projects, 100% secondary and tertiary coverage, and reliable broadband projects at 100% secondary percent and tertiary percent coverage. Since covering CIIs is optional and is to be completed using the applicant's own funds, there is no requirement for the number of CAIs that you must include in your proposal. As is noted in the RFA section on the scoring criteria and in the initial proposal, applicants can receive up to 14 points for including CAIs within their proposal, depending on what percentage of the CAI list for the project area you propose to serve. So in this case, Ulster County has a total of 116 identified CAIs, the number of points that you might receive for serving CAIs will be calculated based on what percentage of that 116 you include in your proposal. Once you're done filling this out, you will save this file, and this is what you will upload to question 16649 in the application, which asks for your CAI list template. Before we move on from project area data, a note again that project areas are subject to change between now and the final application deadline. ConnectALL will notify applicants of project area revisions via email. We'll note the dates of updates by project area within the project area list in column J, and we'll maintain the project area change log. So make sure to check these files regularly to ensure that you are working with the latest versions of the data. If you see that changes have been made to the project area that you're applying for, you should download the latest version of the eligible location list and the latest version of the project area list so that your master reference files are up to date. You should download the latest version of the location list template for that project area from Dropbox. And you should download the latest version of the eligible CAI list and the CAI list template from Dropbox for that project area if you're planning to serve CAIs. Now we will walk through the process of creating and submitting an application through the Consolidated Funding Application, or CFA, portal. From the CFA homepage, you'll click Register if you've never accessed the portal before, and you'll follow the prompts to set up your account. The system will automatically generate a password for you, which they call a token, and you'll need to save that and use it to sign in moving forward. I already have an account, so from this homepage, I am instead going to click Login. Once I log in, I will see a dashboard that shows all of my applications in progress. If you have a pre-qualification application that's already been submitted or is currently in progress, you'll see it here. This application number, 6-digit number, is the number for your pre-qualification application that you need to plug in on question 16680 in the project area application. But for today's walkthrough, we're going to go ahead and create a new application. I'm going to click Start New Application associated with this profile. For the project name, we ask that you follow the naming convention, your organization's name, followed by the project area ID number. In this case, I'm going to go with the example I was using before, and deployment program. I'm going to fill in this information and then click Save. Now that the application has been created, I can go ahead and click Proceed to Application. You'll see a screen with technical requirements, and you can click Proceed to the next page. From here, you're going to scroll down to Other NYS Programs, and you're going to find the ConnectALL Deployment Program. Check this box, then click Proceed with Application. This page will confirm your program selection. You're just going to click Proceed to next page. And then you're going to be presented with some threshold questions. These are just basic confirmations that you are applying for the correct program. So you're going to confirm you are responding to the ConnectALL Deployment Program, and you will confirm that you have reviewed all addenda. Click Save and Proceed. And once again, the portal will confirm that you are applying for the ConnectALL Deployment Program. You will click Proceed. And now we actually are in the application. The first question is going to be asking me to select the region that my project is located in. I will know this from the project area list, which lists all of the project areas by county and region. So in this case, 36111-1, you can see is located in Mid-Hudson. So I'm going to go ahead and select Mid-Hudson and then continue. Now I'm on the documents page of the application, and this includes all questions that require documents to be uploaded as part of the response. Please note certain upload questions are dependent on responses to narrative questions, which can be found on the questionnaire tab here. So we strongly recommend that you review all questions on both tabs before actually starting to put together your application so that you understand any cross-references and dependencies. While you're working on your application, you can easily toggle between these two tabs if needed. Additionally, the RFA and application instructions document both include a link to a page in this portal that will let you download a complete list of questions in case it's easier for you to review that way. In the RFA, it's on page 24 under application contents, and in the application instructions document, it's on the first page. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in some dummy files and answers here for the application so that the portal will let me submit. So I'll skip ahead here so you can see the final submission. I'm just uploading test data here, but please note on the Documents tab, we do recommend that you actually go through and click the Upload File button after adding each individual document. If you don't do this, then when you click Proceed with your application, the portal is going to need to do all of your uploads at once, and there's a chance that the site will time out and you might lose all those uploads and have to redo them. So it is recommended that you go through and upload each file individually. Once you have completed both the documents and questionnaire tabs, you'll see green check marks here that indicate all of the required questions have been answered. Clicking Proceed from here will take you to the final review page where you will be prompted to select a location for your project. In this case, I know locations that are included in my project area, either from the interactive map that ConnectALL provided or through plugging the FCC location IDs into my own mapping software. I might know specific addresses, locations. This particular map is not super user-friendly. It doesn't let you can zoom in and out, but it doesn't let you get super granular. So just do your best to pick a location that is located within your project area or nearby. Once you've selected your point, you will click here to accept these coordinates. And then you will be prompted to review a final checklist. The system will check that all required questions have been completed, and if any required questions are incomplete, they will be flagged here for you to go back and revise. Otherwise, assuming everything looks good, you'll see a final acknowledgement down here, and you will click this button to submit your application. Please note, once you click this button, you cannot modify your application. So please do make sure to go back and check your work on all of the questions to make sure everything is as it should be before you hit submit. I'm not going to hit submit here because I want to leave this as a test application within my account. But once you hit this button, you will see a confirmation screen. Next, I'm going to show you how to go back and access an application that's already in progress. Once I log into the CFA portal, I will be taken back to my dashboard where I'll see all of my applications. And if I want to access an existing application to continue working on it, I'll just find the one I'm interested in this case, my application for 36111-1, and I will go ahead and click Proceed to Application, and it'll take me back into all those application screens. If, for example, this was a different application I was working on and I wanted to access this one instead, I would first need to click Select. The page will refresh with that as my currently active application, and then I'll go ahead and click Proceed to Application. If you are applying for multiple project areas, this is where that naming convention that includes the project area number is going to be really important. Finally, from this homepage, I will also show you how to clone an application. So if you're submitting multiple project area applications and you want to copy information between them, from your dashboard, you will select the application that you want to clone. And then from these options here on the right, you'll click Clone. And it's going to give me a pop-up again to enter the new information for the new application. So let's say I'm applying for the adjacent project area 36111-2, I'm just going to update the project name, keep all the other information the same, hit save. And then now I'm in that application. If I click proceed to application, I will see ConnectALL deployment programs already selected. I can just click through all these screens. I'll answer my threshold questions again just to confirm I'm eligible for this program. And then all the other answers from my application will have been copied over already. So once I'm in here, and it looks like actually the upload files don't copy over, but the narrative questions will have all copied over. So I'll just come in here and I'll basically just edit whichever of the answers I need to edit in order to change and customize this application. So in this case, it's going to be for a different project area ID number. I might be submitting different proposals. I'm just going to go ahead and change the answers that I need to change. And then this application will be done as well. At any time, if you want to go back to your dashboard, in the top navigation here under application, you can just click my applications. You'll be taken back to this home page where you can access all of your applications in progress. Any application you've already submitted should also show up here. So if I had, for example, already participated in the pre-qualification application earlier this year, my pre-qualification application would be listed here. Thank you for watching this walkthrough of the ConnectALL Deployment Program RFA materials. I hope this demo was helpful and is something you can refer back to while working on your application. If you have questions about the materials or any other aspect of the program, you can email connectalldeployment@esd.ny.gov. Questions will be reviewed and written answers will be posted to the program website. Please also stay tuned to the website and your email for information about additional upcoming technical assistance sessions that will provide support for you as you put together your application. Thank you.